We are here today to talk about why Zenith offer is investors' delight. The accomplishments of Zenith Bank is a story of vision and value. Today, I'm going to tell you that story of vision and value, which is why Zenith has reached to where they are today. This Zenith Bank story started in May 1990 from our visionary and indefatigable founder and chairman, Dr. Jimovia CFR, the man we call the Nostradamus of our time. Because of his ability to forecast the future and predict a day like this where banks are going to be asked to raise more capital. He actually positioned the bank to be number one in shareholders' fund with adequate capital buffers, making us to raise the least amount amongst our peers in this recapitalization exercise. His vision was to create a first-class international global brand and a very professional institution anchored on people, technology, and service with a core aim of driving service and be able to providing premium value to all stakeholders. Let's look at Zenith's entry into the market. Zenith has had several successful entrants into the capital market. In 2004, we had our first IPO, and it was extremely successful with over 524% oversubscription. That was closely followed by another public offer, which we had in 2006, which was equally oversubscribed. Then in 2007, we had a combination offer of public offer and rights issue, and it was oversubscribed by 495%. We then went into the market to raise Eurobond of $1 billion, and it was fully redeemed, and it was successful in 2022. One point I must emphasize is that it's quite pertinent to note that throughout all this outing we had in the capital market, our original color red did not change. Our logo did not change. Our culture did not change. Our name did not change. Our brand did not change. We remained undiluted, and we grew exponentially and became the strongest amongst our peers. This is because of the solid foundation and strong corporate governance laid by our founding father, the godfather of modern banking, Dr. Jimovia. We cannot thank him enough for this strong foundation. We will continue to ride on this legacy as we run this institution professionally to outlive generations to come. Let's look at some facts behind our offer. It may interest you to know that as of December 31st, 2023, Zenith Bank Tier 1 capital was 1.9 trillion naira, being the highest in the Nigerian banking industry. Our shareholders' funds stood at 2.3 trillion naira, being the highest again in the Nigerian banking industry. We recorded a market capitalization of 1.3 trillion, also the highest in the Nigerian banking industry. Our PBT stood at 796 billion, also the highest in the Nigerian banking industry. That actually made us the most profitable bank in Nigeria. This one I'm sure you guys will like. We paid a dividend of 4 naira per share, which is the highest paid by any bank in Nigeria. And this trend of being the highest paid dividend bank has been sustained for the past 5 years. Another point to note is that this dividend payout is actually from our organic profit without FX revaluation gain. This shows the room and our ability to actually pay dividends organically without devaluation gain. No FX devaluation gain here. So we can actually pay more. We just paid just 25%. So the room and the gap is there to pay more to our shareholders. Our total deposit liabilities stood at 15.2 trillion naira, placing us among the top 3 banks in Nigeria. We recorded the largest loan portfolio of 7.1 trillion naira, and yet our NPL stood at 4.4%, which is below industry average. This shows our solid risk management capacity. The total asset of the bank stood at 20.4 trillion naira. We have a network of 447 branches and cash centers, as well as 2,100 ATM across Nigeria and other countries. We have leveraged on our Hood network of agents to take banking services to the unserved and underserved community to consolidate our financial inclusion strategy. These achievements and more have encouraged us to expand our footprints in Africa, Europe, China, and United Arab Emirates. Our investment in our people, technology, and service has transformed us into a global brand, placing us among the top 10 in Africa and the best in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, when I say we are number 1, it is backed by facts and figures. We are the number 1 in Tier 1 capital. We are the number 1 in shareholders fund. We are the number 1 in market capitalization. We are the number 1 in profit after tax, number 1 in dividend payout, and we have a strong capital adequacy ratio and customer retention. Zenith Bank is the best customer service delivery and customer engagement bank. We will continue to improve and leverage on all these successes. As you can see on the slide above, we are number 1 in all areas. What else can you ask? Zenith Bank has also won numerous awards. The most recent ones is the number 1 bank in Nigeria by Tier 1 Capital by Financial Times. This award we have won for 15 consecutive times. We have also won an award as the best commercial bank in Nigeria by World Finance Magazine, and also the best bank in Nigeria 2024 by Global Finance. Amongst Nigerian banks, Zenith Bank and one other Nigerian bank has the highest international rating. You can figure out which one. We will strive to improve on our rating through our globalization strategies. Our corporate culture is critical to our success. We have a solid board and management comprising of individuals from diverse skills, discipline, and professional experiences. The executive team of the bank has an average of 30 years cognate banking experience, all from Zenith Bank, and all rose through the ranks. We pride ourselves in being a gender-inclusive organization with a 31% female representation on the board and with 50-50 representation male to female ratio of our workforce. I am really honored to inform you that we have had 5 different CEOs in the bank, with my humble self as the first female group managing director of Zenith Bank. We are not just talking about being the first female group managing director, the first female group managing director of the best performing bank in Nigeria. This shows that it's possible for the girl child. All these transitions were seamless and a clear testament of our solid succession planning. Our dominant footprint in Nigeria, West Africa, and our international network presents exciting growth opportunities for us. We currently have subsidiaries and representative offices in Ghana, Sierra Leone, Gambia, UK, UAE, and China, and we recently obtained a license to open up our Paris branch. We are going to leverage on this Paris branch to consolidate most of our businesses in the Francophone African countries, starting from Cameroon and Côte d'Ivoire. It is very pertinent to note that all these subsidiaries are making profits and contributing to the growth of the group. All the subsidiaries we have, they are making almost 20% profits, and this is impacting on the bottom line and adding value to the growth performance of Zenith Bank. Our expansion strategy is following our customers' businesses, and we are looking at going to countries where we have strong potential for growth. Our fintech subsidiary, Zenpay, has recently signed an agreement with African Continental Free Trade Area for the development of Smart AfCFTA, a digital trade portal positioned to revolutionize Pan-African trade. The trade agreement will help us dominate trade in entire African countries. This agreement we sign is the one that's going to make us and push us ahead of trade businesses in the entire African nation. Technology has been one of our tripods as a bank. We have completed overhauling of our IT infrastructure with the best-in-class and robust technology that will improve our processes and services across all our business verticals. We have completed several modules of this IT infrastructure and will be going live in our core banking application very soon. Our fintech subsidiary, Zenpay, is a comprehensive digital payment solution platform. It's set to revolutionize the financial service landscape in the entire globe. Our loan portfolio is well diversified across upstream oil and gas, trade, manufacturing, public sector, and other key sectors of the economy, thereby spreading our risk and increasing value for all shareholders. The corporate arm of our business remains very integral to our success, contributing 58% to the group's revenue, and while the retail segment of the market contributes 42%. Our partnership with international financial institutions has improved our capacity to provide support to the critical sectors of the economy, especially with the SME and retail segment of the market. Trade finance is a critical component in our business. We control 25% of imports in Nigeria and then 40% of exports in Nigeria. In terms of retail businesses, our retail drive and financial inclusion strategy has resulted in significant increase in our customer base. We grew from 5 million to 33 million customers in a period of 5 years. We will continue to leverage on this growth using our robust digital platforms. The bank's revenue from retail business has recorded very significant growth over the years. In addition, we will continue to drive this retail through our digital banking channels, ATM, POS machines, and using the agents to be able to scale up the retail and the SME segment of the market. Zenith is committed to the tenets of ESG. We are an environmental friendly bank, and we encourage our customers to adopt ESG practices in all their business operations. Cost saving is on the front burner for us as a bank, and we have started to use alternative energy like solar and CNG generators to power all our ATMs, and some of these branches to enable us to save costs. We have reduced our carbon footprint by cutting down our greenhouse emission using other sources of renewable energies to actually carry out our businesses. As a bank, we also incorporate sustainability practices in all our credit processes. Zenith Bank is a very futuristic institution that values the loyalty of its existing shareholders. And we also equally are a very responsive bank to the yearnings of the existing shareholders and prospective investors that want to be part of this bank's success story. Because of this value and this loyalty that we've had with our existing shareholders over the years, and because a lot of prospective investors are clamoring to be part of this success story of Zenith, we decided to have a combined offering of public offer and rights issue to be able to accommodate these two groups. We are offering approximately 5.23 billion units of shares of 50 kobo each at 36 naira per share to our existing shareholders through a rights issue of 1 new share for every 6 held. We are also offering 2.77 billion ordinary shares of 50 kobo each at 36 naira 50 kobo per share to the public through a public offering. We are very conscious of not diluting our existing shareholding structure, which is why we are offering 65% to our existing shareholder and 35% to the public, making it a total of 8 billion shares we are issuing in the offer. We are very confident that after the ongoing recapitalization process, the bank will experience exponential growth and shareholders will get better returns for their investments. For the use of the proceeds, Zenith Bank has a track record of applying their proceeds and utilization of such proceeds very effectively. 35% of the proceeds is going to be used for the strategic expansion, increasing our footprints in Africa and other parts of the world, while 20% will be used to enhance our IT infrastructure and digital capabilities. The remaining 45% is going to be used for the working capital to support the real sector of the economy with the focus on SME and retail segments of the business. Because we know this offer is very important and critical to us, to ensure the success of this offer, we have decided to engage some of the best transaction partners, such as Stanbic IBTC Capital, Quantum Zenith, Cardinal Stone, Chapel Hill Durham, Coronation Capital, Meristem Capital, and Vertiva. This offer opened 1st of August and we closed September 9th, 2024. Investors can purchase our shares through the NGX platform, through our own Zenith Bank digital platforms, and by walking into any of our branches. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, distinguished capital market stakeholders, let me reiterate again why you should invest in Zenith Bank. Our historical and current financial performance, as well as our prospects, provides a compelling reason why you should invest in Zenith Bank. Zenith Bank is not just number 1 in all their scorecard, in all their financial balance sheet statement today. Zenith Bank is the only bank that has the best financial results in the Nigerian banking industry. Zenith Bank has the best corporate governance culture. Zenith Bank has the best customer engagement and service delivery. Zenith Bank has the best risk management practices. Zenith Bank has the best board management and staff. Zenith Bank is an environmentally friendly bank. Zenith Bank is the most profitable bank in Nigeria. Zenith Bank is the highest paying dividend in the entire Nigerian banking industry. You will therefore agree with me that Zenith Bank's offer is truly investors' delight. Ladies and gentlemen, invest in value, invest in Zenith. Thank you.